full-time crafter.
Full-time crafter. And loving it.
Yeah. So when you were signing in, you would have had the opportunity, I think, I don't know if they call it nickname or something. You could have put your channel name below that.
Oh,
I just noticed it now, but I can put it in the chat.
Sure, yeah, that'd be good.
Okay, Carolyn. Oops, I guess I better put an @ in there. Hi, Terry. So, so Caroline, are you aware of, well, you've probably seen her in the chat, McMouse Mom.
I have, yes, in the chat.
Okay, good.
Hi,
Yes.
Terry. Nice to meet you.
Yes. Terry is a very faithful viewer.
Aw.
And so I put Terry, I put Caroline's handle in. I suppose maybe there's supposed to be a way to make that link live, but I don't know. I think that because you took part in the Masterboard Madness collab that we did in March, I think that most people that are going to tune in will probably be aware of you. They just won't have seen a face before.
No. I did.
Hello, Janet. Janet Birdsall is in the chat too. Now I've never met Janet, but of course she comments on the odd video. She's bought some stuff for me, and she's just really, really supportive as well. So that's really good. So we'll probably just wait for a couple more people to tune in before I sort of get going here with telling people how I first became aware of you.
Okay.
Did you do some promo on your channel by talking it up or posting it anywhere?
This live that we're doing?
Yes.
I did put the little link that you sent me. I put it in my posts.
Okay, good. Okay, so
but I didn't do a video. I uploaded a video today, but I had done the video, a couple days ago or a week ago. I forget when I did it.
Are you on Instagram or no?
Very lightly. I am, but I only have like over 300. It's not really the thing I do.
Yeah, I know. It's
like hard. I don't even scroll on Instagram. I don't even go on Facebook. I'm not that kind of a social.
Oh, so maybe we're sisters that were separated at birth, because that's how I feel. Okay, we also have Denise Gardner here and Susan from I Totally Love It.
Hi, Susan. Nice to see you.
And of course, this is Caroline on the Hillside. So I will just say that I became aware, even though we're in the same country, our country is wide. I became aware of you and your channel through Brenda Clark.
Yes.
AKA The Simple Crafter. So I guess now because Brenda originally came from Ontario, which is where you are,
right.
I somehow thought that maybe you guys knew each other in a former life or something, but apparently not. It's just through YouTube, right?
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, Brenda and I live only about an hour and a half apart, so we've met a couple of times. Yeah. And actually, I need to, when the dust settles, I keep saying when the dust settles, I need to get back to Camrose because I owe her a grungy journal, because she's very generous. And the last time we met, we swapped a bunch of stuff, but all of a sudden there's a journal in what she gave me. So, got to keep the tally.
She does. She likes to put a lot in that box, that's for sure.
Yeah. And we have Laura Harmon here and Teresa, who of course was our guest last week.
Hi, Teresa. Hi, Laura.
Teresa, it's amazing what a new battery in the clock will do. A person actually signs in on the
I
right
have a
time.
clock. You can't see it, but I hate the ticking sound that it makes. I've been like that ever since I was a kid. So,
Oh yeah.
but
And
that's
I
quiet.
do you know Laura? Because I'm thinking that name looks kind of familiar, but honestly, I don't know her.
That's like a that's her name, her tag or whatever. That's
Yeah. Yeah.
well, I mean, I don't know. I can't think off the top
Oh,
of my head.
yeah.
Maybe
Anyway, welcome, Laura. This is the first time I'm aware of you being here, so it's good to have you here. Okay, so Brenda said, oh yeah, Caroline, she has a really great channel. So of course I checked you out because that is what one does. And I discovered that you are quite different in that. And
oh
now
yeah,
that I've
different.
met you, yeah, so what I discovered is that you very much seem to have a focus on reusing, recycling, repurposing. And I'm going to obviously ask you to talk a bit about that because um I of course have not seen every video I don't even remember all the videos I've done. Never mind the
I know.
videos you've done.
We
Oh,
get
hi
lost.
Dee. I'm sorry about the cough. Anyway, um I do not ever recall seeing a video where you did a thrift haul or
Mm.
where you said, look at my fancy, shiny new product, or look what I just got from Amazon. There doesn't seem to be anything. Oh, okay. Um, Laura's saying that she has watched me quite regular before she got sick, but
Oh,
she's reassured us that she's all better, and
oh,
she
good.
found me through Kim. And of
Oh, Kim.
course, yes. So, well, welcome back. I knew that the name sounded familiar, but again, it's the retrieval system up here.
There's a lot going on. I need
We
to
got a
shut
lot of
off.
balls in the air.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me,
Hmm.
have you ever thrifted? Have you ever bought anything brand new? Or is it always magazines and junk mail? And
Hmm.
what
Well,
drives you?
what drives the for me, it's always been, and this is for as long as I can remember, I've always loved to see what I can do with used things around the house. Even as a teenager and that, I mean, I always hunted for the sale and the deal out of necessity, but also, just for the thrill of it. And
Yeah.
but never letting myself, like, I never look shabby or anything. There always has to be quality and it has to be, but I like to buy used and recycle it before I go new. I do buy new things, but I don't do it in vast amounts, like a lot of quantity. I might buy, I'll save my pennies and I'll buy that thing that I want, that new uh what do you call it? What's the thing that we I can't even think right now.
What do we do with
The
it?
embosser, the embosser.
Okay, yeah.
I had bought one for like $15 online and it worked a couple of times, but then the handle broke off. So, okay, then that was,
Mhm.
but I used it, so,
Yeah,
and then I recycled
yeah.
it. I brought it to the dump and then I bought a new one and I got it on sale. So, but yeah, most of the time it's taking all my scraps and magazines that I get for free. And, just a little background too. Like my mom was a very much a shopper, and she loved the thrill of the hunt and get the deal and everything too. And she loved to shower everybody that she loved and around her with gifts en masse, And so I was never shy. I was always getting things from mom. And even when we discovered that this was the thing for me, this was before I had my channel though. This is when I was started junk journaling, and mom was really, really sick, but she just still had to go shopping for me. And when she died, I got all of the stuff. So it's like, whoo, that was a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of living off that. Like it's a lot to go through. And then
Yeah.
of course, generous, beautiful people like Brenda and Colleen and anybody that sent happy mail and that. So I mean, I feel like I don't need to go and get anything because it's all here. Like,
Yes. But
So
as you know, and you've been pretty regular in tuning in the chat. Oh, and I do want to
I'll
acknowledge
try.
I do want to acknowledge Carol and
Hi, Carol.
Khadijah. Oh yeah. Uh, Janet is asking her if she's back in the US because what some of you people may not know is that on Monday and Tuesday of this week, Carol and I met in Canmore.
Oh,
And I was really hoping that there wasn't going to be an incident at the border, like maybe where they had to detain her husband or something, because there might have been a
a
made
weird
in
video.
China something or other.
Yeah, yeah. I hear you.
Anyway, they are working their way back home, and she texted earlier today
Oh,
saying that she was hoping to tune in. So I'm glad you made it there, kiddo.
yay, Carol.
Um, okay, so back to the thing about your mother and the shopping.
hmm
All of us know
hmm
in our heart of hearts that we have too much stuff, or we certainly have enough stuff, and
Yeah,
most of us have too much stuff.
yeah.
Um, and when your mother became your personal shopper, she was probably thrilled to pieces that she could find you stuff.
Oh, she
Because
loved it.
yeah, I know that if I find something that I think my daughter needs,
Yeah.
I'm thrilled, but I've gotten smarter. Now I send a photo and I say, "Do you want this?" Because otherwise Hazel ends up with it because maybe she didn't get that particular gene from me.
Yeah, yeah.
So that that is awesome that you had somebody looking out for you in that way. Okay, so you referenced finding junk journals, obviously before you had a channel. So
Yeah.
what kind of a time frame are we talking about? When did this all happen?
It was, Jim and I were still motorcycling. We lived in Canada, in Ottawa, and we weren't even thinking of moving then. And I was just in the beginning stages of selling my shop, my salon. And the reason I sold my salon, just a quick thing, is that they were raising the rent so high that I would have had to hire more people, and it just wasn't worth it. It just wasn't
Yeah.
worth it. So anyway, but and I have always been a journaler, as in like I've always been note taking. I always had little books with lists and all that kind of stuff. So I've
Yeah.
always and I've always written down my daily stuff, and then I don't know, because then we were on YouTube and all this kind of stuff, and I saw it was Liz Drake. I saw this YouTube pop up. I don't even know if she's still on, but she was on, and she literally said, "I'm just going to show you how to make this journal, junk journal." And she literally had, she had her stack of papers. And I said, "I want to do that." So I did. And then from there, the second video that I watched and I made exactly what she showed was Natasha at Treasure Books.
Okay.
And she used she made an envelope, a decorated window envelope. Well, that was it. Like I took from all my drawers and all my stuff, and I'm a sewer. Like I like to make. I've always made clothes and made my own, just all kinds of stuff. So the sewing machine kind of got dusty for a while as far as like clothing and fabric, but then I quickly used it for sewing edges on pages and stuff like that. It was just the perfect fit for me. And I've always loved glue and scissors, like since I was a kid, since mom put us at the table with newspapers and all her office pads and everything, because she was a government worker, so she bring home all kinds of great supplies. Yeah, so that's it. And so it was 2018.
Oh, I was
2018.
going to say we now measure life as before or after COVID. So you
It was
did this before COVID.
I just before COVID. I really, and I made a journal, and I used my, and not because I saw it in videos, but because I thought, "Oh, I have books that people have given me, like little journals, with the rings and stuff like
Yeah.
that." I started, actually, my first journal is a gator mouth, and I love looking through it because it has so many amazing personal memorabilia, and I wrote down everything, my heart, everything, so.
Yeah.
And my dad
That's
had passed away.
wonderful.
Yeah, not long before that. So I had lots of stuff to talk about, lots of stuff to dump.
Yeah. So I just want, before we go any further, I want to acknowledge Celeste is here from
Hi,
Woodland
Celeste.
Inspired. And
Hi.
oh, and Carol is saying that she started junk journaling in 2018. So
Oh,
great minds think
cool.
alike. Some of us
Cool.
were later to the party. I guess our invitation was lost in the mail.
Oh. Well,
Aw.
the fun thing about when I started junk journaling too is that it was because I used to bring crafty things with me when we used to go to Florida every year as our big vacation. We put our bikes in our trailer. We spent a month in Florida. We had a spot that we always went to. And so I could now, instead of bringing my crocheting and my knitting, which I still did, but I was bringing my junky papers and stuff. It was so fun.
Well,
But
I think, well, now you've I don't know if you said it live or if you said that before we got on here about motorcycles.
mm,
And I was watching some of your videos the other day, but I was watching on a smart TV. So you don't have that much control over what's going on. And whatever one it picked, it
yeah,
was the one where you were doing your flip through of the en masse
yes,
journal. So is
yes.
that old?
No, that's not old. That's when we moved here. And well, you know what? It's over 3 year period, because when I
Yeah.
started it, we had moved here, and that's when I had my channel. How do I back this up? So we moved to where we live now, at the end of 2020.
Okay.
And then in 20, so that was October 2020 is when we moved here. And then my mom got really, really sick, and she died in 2021 in September. So then, and it was shortly after that I started my channel. It was for
Okay.
Defemmerember 2022. That's when I started
Oh,
my channel. Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
you've had some really nice growth because I mean, I try not to look and be jealous of other people's subscriber numbers, but I think you're over 5,000, aren't you?
I am. Yeah.
Okay,
Why?
what's your secret? Or
I,
inquiring minds want to know.
I have no idea, no idea. It's funny that you say that. Like, we all take a peek, right? Let's be real. We all take a peek, and I'm not a competitive person by nature. I never have been. I'm just with myself, and I'm against myself, kind of thing. I'm competitive with myself, but even this, I said to Jim, we always have a big laugh. I said, "Oh my gosh," and the kids always laugh with me, at me, whatever. There's like, oh, because I'm just not competitive, right? But I love competitiveness. I said, this is the most competitive I've ever, with myself. Like, it's like, because then I
Yeah.
write little goals down and say, well, can I do this number by this day? And just for fun.
Well,
And you can't
okay.
control it. So
Yeah. Um, I think I want to steal that idea because I do firmly believe that when we let the universe know and when we commit a goal to paper, it becomes real. It's not just wishful thinking or
no,
someday I hope this happens.
it's true.
So, yeah.
And I
So,
mean, goal setting for me has always been with having a business and having different businesses throughout my life. That's where I set my goals, and I also did direct sales in different parts. I was a stay-at-home mom with my kids, but I had to work because I had to. We could not live on one income. So how
yeah.
do I make money? Well, I go to work at night when dad's home with the kids, so that's how I made my work. And I had
Yeah.
to set goals because a lot of, well, direct sales is all about numbers.
Yeah.
So that's probably my sort of my background about that. And I do believe it works. Yes, I do. Set yourself
So,
goals and see what happens.
yeah. So, I think we have another first here tonight. I've never interviewed a biker mama before.
Loved it. I don't do it anymore. I just sold my motorcycle this year.
Tying it back to that video,
Oh,
all of a sudden she's flipping through, and all of a sudden I see this Harley Davidson piece of a T-shirt on one of the spreads.
that's right. Yes, yes. I have a couple of t-shirts
Oh,
that got
see,
holy.
Susan is saying, yeah, okay, we all need to make a note of this. She's saying, "Dear universe."
That's right. That's right. Just set it. Let's all set some goals and, see where it takes you. I believe in that.
Yeah.
I really do. Yeah.
So of course, when Brenda told me about your channel, I watched several, and I'll talk about some of the others and ask you about some of them. But one of the ones that I remember, I don't know if it was the first one. I mean, I always comment,
First time.
although I have to keep reminding myself that I owe Jean, Lizzie Jean, artist, I
Yes.
owe her some comments because I was watching on a TV. But anyway, okay, that's another story. Put it out there, says Hazel. Okay, so you did a video on well, it was just, I guess, one of your sort of junky journals, and in it you either included a copy of your expired driver's license or an expired passport. And I remember commenting on that, and I'm saying, well, isn't this clever? Who doesn't have those kinds of personal papers? I,
Mhm,
for one, would never throw it away. So I
mhm.
probably have several.
If ever,
And, and even expired passports for that matter. And it's all in one place. And you kind of just seem to be documenting your life in kind of a very conscious, mindful way. And I thought the beauty of it is that it's all in one place. If someone said, "Okay, Hazel, I'll give you $100 if you can find me your first driver's license or your first
yeah,
learner's permit," I bet
yeah.
you I have it, but no $100 for me because God only knows where it is.
Which file is it in?
Yeah.
Yeah, I used because for me I love all the old ephemera. I mean, oh my gosh, the halls that I watch where everybody gets, beautiful antique gorgeous things like that. Well, I mean, the only antique stuff I have some old pictures of my great great grandparents. I should take a picture of those, but and I have some antique things that way. And I guess too, if I think about my grandparents, that would be antique now also. But I figured if I can put my birth certificate, because I was born in Germany, and I have all my stuff. My mom gave me all the stuff from when I was a baby, and when they came across the ocean with me I was 6 months old. No, I wasn't. I was 2 months old. I was too young to go, but anyway. And so I have all that stuff, and I put it in my journals. I thought, and then it's there. Like if anybody wants to, and I know we all say this. A lot of us say, well, if anybody's ever interested in my junk, it's in there. Like it's there if you want to find it with stories and with thoughts and feelings. And that's me. That's how you really get to know me.
Okay, but do you have, and I think this is that pro con thing about journaling.
Mm.
Are you afraid that once you drop dead and the kids are looking through your stuff, they're going to say, "Oh my goodness, we never knew that woman. I didn't know she thought that. Look at her blowing off steam here. Look at, like,
Well,
because it probably isn't all pretty."
no, but I'm also conscious of. I think again because I've always been with clients. I've always been in customer service, and I've always had clients. So I know when to hold it back. I know I really do. I mean, we all make mistakes and we all blow steam and say stuff that we regret maybe or whatever. But when I'm in my journals, if it's something that is so personal or so deep and dark that I don't want anybody to know, guess what? I hide it. I do asemic writing. I paint over it, but I get it out on the page, and it really does. It helps my gut. It helps my heart. It helps my head. So,
Yeah.
it's just something that's good. And the other thing too is because I laugh again about to Jim, like we laugh about all this stuff. He go, what are they going to do with all this crap when I'm gone? Or what are you going to do? I said, I'm not afraid of what people think either. I'm not afraid of if they want to chuck it in a big garbage bag, I don't care. Like you can
Yeah.
go through it and take the important stuff if you want it, or just chuck it. Like I don't even think about that. It doesn't get me
Yeah. Yeah.
feeling one
You're
way or the
not
other.
invested in it one
No,
way or the
no,
other.
no.
Yeah,
Life's too
and
short.
yeah. I don't think that I've said hi to Caroline, Caroline's Craft Tree, and
Hi,
Caroline's interview's
Caroline.
coming up, and
Oh my gosh, wait a second. Caroline, I have to show you something. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I'll
you
find it.
mean the
I have a
Carolines
piece
have
of
their own
paper.
little thing going on?
No, Caroline's Craft Tree. She's another lady. When I first started junk journaling, I guess I was so excited to print pretty papers and stuff off, and I started looking on. I don't know. I just searched stuff, and Caroline's Craft Tree came up, and I have a It's still on my computer file, and it's a pretty like I think it's called Pearls, or I don't remember what it's called. But I took it out the other day because I had it in a file, and I'm just going through my files. So she's one of the first printables that I
Oh, cool.
printed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, well, and she's saying that Carolines are special.
Sweet.
And we know that.
Oh,
Um, and I'm not sure I said hi to Hope either when she first signed in. So Hope, if I missed you the first
but
time, hello. And if I said it again, well, then you're doubly welcome. Okay, so you're saying that you don't filter yourself when you're journaling, but if it could embarrass or hurt somebody, perhaps you would disguise it in some
yeah,
way,
yes,
glue
yeah.
something
It's
over
just
it, paint over it, whatever.
it's not. I don't need anybody to go looking through it or find it and be heartbroken or whatever. And
Yeah.
honestly, I mean, all disclosure and everything, there's not a lot of deep-seated dark stuff with my family. I mean,
Yeah.
I think I wrote stuff about mom and dad and stuff like that, like, oh, I remember when you hurt my feelings, stupid stuff like that, but nothing that's so like grave.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's true. And I think that I hope that the older we get,
mhm,
the more authentic we become.
mhm, mhm.
That the person you see in person, or the person you see on screen, or this person you meet at the post office is all the same person. We're not changing hats and being, fakes and phonies and being inauthentic. So
Yeah, I met too many people with that personality, and it just does not attract me.
yeah, exactly.
It does not attract.
And and I think also there's a bit of freedom that comes with getting a little older too, in that, as you said earlier, we really don't care what people think. It's more important to be authentic
Mhm,
and to be real, in
mhm,
my opinion,
mhm.
than it is to worry about what so and so might think about us. And
Yeah,
before we went on air, we were talking about, something that's upcoming in my life. And you said, "Well, don't worry about it. Nobody notices." And it's true. Everyone is so self-centered, for lack of a
mhm.
better word,
That's
and so
human.
caught up in their own stuff
Yeah.
that we're incidental. In fact, somebody important and famous said, if we knew how seldom anyone thought about us, we wouldn't be worried at all what anyone thinks of us, because they
Yeah.
don't think about us.
No,
So,
no, that's true.
um, okay, so back to now, I don't think you invented it, but you do a lot of those, I think you call them magazine spine journals. So essentially, you take a magazine, you do these ragged tears where the pages are different widths,
Mm-hmm.
and then you go nuts decorating them.
Go nuts. Yeah.
Yeah, like the one I saw yesterday was the shabby chic one, like with the neutrals and the pinks,
Yeah. Yes.
and
Yes.
it's lovely. And I'm thinking,
It's so fun.
um, why don't I do why don't I do that? I think I might have tried one. I think like it seems because of course you smile a lot, you laugh a lot. So are you just a joyous is that your personality? Like are you just a happy person? Or do you just love so much what you're doing that quite often you're sort of giggling to yourself and
Oh, I'm
saying,
always, I'm always laughing to myself. I always, I laugh to myself even when there's nobody around. Like I'm talking,
okay,
yeah, it's funny, but anyway, that's me. Yeah,
those
I'm.
men in the white coats are coming for you.
Oh, my mom used to say fun stuff like that too, but
Yeah.
no, no, I'm just, I mean, we all have our, trippy days and weird stuff going on, but for the most part, there's nothing to complain about, nothing to be, I mean, yeah, everything's good. And I
Yeah.
really truly enjoy, like, when I come up, this has become my before bedtime. Like, I come in this room here and I sit and I have my light on because it's pitch black, but I do my before bed craft, and it's like I have to. It's just like it's like my nightcap or something. I don't even know what that is, but anyway, I have to do it. So I get in here, and even if I just glue a couple of things, and I know, oh, I'll leave it there, and then in the morning it'll be dry. It doesn't have to be anything big, but then some nights when Jim, because he's retired too, but he still works. He's a power lineman by trade, so he works with power companies and he goes and helps restore power, and they go stateside too, so they're in Canada and they go stateside wherever the power is. Anyway,
Yeah.
when he goes, sometimes he's gone for a few days in a row, and
Happy
and,
dance.
I'm up here like all the time
Yeah.
because I just love it so much. And I'm like, oh, my stomach's growling, I better go eat. It's a great way to control, like, just to get out of the kitchen if because I don't bring food up here or anything. So no, I love it. I love it. And the magazine journals, yeah, it was a lady. Of course, I'm not going to remember her name now, but I did give her Deborah Winter, Deborah Winter. I think that's her name. But anyway, I did give her the credit when I first saw it, and I thought, oh my gosh, this is amazing because I use so many magazines and I tear, like I'll cut out and I'll tear, and then I'll have this funky looking thing that's, wispy thin and everything. And I thought that's a perfect way to do it. And I guess that's where she started to do it. But I just kept going and I did the magazine. At one time I called it the magazine spine-ish journal because it wasn't really the spine. It was like it was half a magazine, and I love it because it's one of
Yeah.
those collage, free willy, just go crazy in it, just glue your stuff in it. It's just another scrapbook. It's so fun. And this one
Yeah.
I'm doing now is, I thought, oh, I'm going to challenge myself with all my off-white and white and pretty stuff. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm just making it a pretty one instead of, all the colors. So
Yeah, you do definitely like color. Um, okay, I thought of a couple of things, and some of the women in the chat might be horrified, but I think I can get away saying this to you. Um, when your eyes lit up at the thought of your husband being gone for a few days, I thought, oh, that girl, that's me. I remember thinking, like, of course, with a husband that goes to conferences or whatever, I'm thinking, like, I'm in my happy place, man. I can get up when I want, eat when I want, stay up as late as I want, don't have to answer to anyone. And of course, we still love these people,
to
but
death.
this way they don't cramp our style.
It's yeah. And I would I
Terry
don't
said,
even
"That's my girl."
for me it's a holiday within a holiday. It's just, again, I don't have to. I love doing everything I do. I love I am a routine person. I love my routine. We all love our routine, but it's like a little getaway in my getaway.
Yeah.
spot, you know, and I just can sit here and I, oh, supper time. Oh, it's whatever time, you know. And I mean, Jim's not like that. He's like, he's so easy. He is the most easygoing, like just non-confrontational, just everything. But it's just one thing that I just enjoy it. I have
Yeah.
no, I'm not, I'm never bored. I'm never, the days go by so fast. Like we both sit here. Sometimes we'll sit here, we'll go, it's like, look at us stuck here in the cut, like we're in the boonies. And, but we love it, you know, and yet the days go by so fast. Like it's just, I don't
I
know, but
know.
I'm never bored.
I know. Um, I'll ask my usual question. I'm surprised Teresa hasn't reminded me yet. Are you an introvert?
Oh, I did. If you asked all my friends and they would say definitely an extrovert, but I think I am an introvert because, and maybe it was always because of the work that I did, being in
Yeah.
front of people
Yeah.
all day long, you know, and every job I had, I was always in front of people. I never worked in an office. It just, I tried a couple times, but it just made me cry. So that was not for me. And so I have to be with people. But because of that,
So then you
I
joined a motorcycle gang, right?
yeah, but we didn't ride with groups.
Yeah.
We didn't do group rides. We did our own and with a couple of close friends, but we never did group rides. So we're not into that either.
Yeah.
But
You
no,
haven't you haven't had to kill anyone, right?
I don't, yeah, I don't even think that, you know, like it's funny, you know, I just, some people do, some people will even say it, oh, I want to kill that person, but I've never thought it.
I'm obviously teasing you
I
about,
know.
being like a
Yeah.
Hell's Angel or
Yeah.
something.
Oh gosh. Yeah. No. No. Well, we ran into some, you know, questionable people in questionable places. Not because we were, just because we happened upon them.
Yeah. And I'm being prompted to ask you, what are your opinions on purple? Are you a purple lover too?
I'm a pink girl.
Oh, pink.
Pink's been
Oh,
my color since. I mean, even my little drawings in my dad's office. I have a couple of them that he saved. Oh, I want to cry, and they're all pink.
okay. Well, the interview is officially over
Okay.
because your answer was wrong.
Okay. No. Well, I do love purple. I mean, I do,
Yes,
but
I
pink's
think you
my
love
color.
every color.
Yeah, pink's my color.
Oh, and Terry, of course, is a pink lover too. So
Oh,
you have an ally in the crowd.
and it's funny because I always laugh like when the ladies are friends out here, you know, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, there's pink. No, can't do the pink. Can't do the pink." And I'm like, "Give me the pink," because I
Yeah,
love. Yeah.
yeah. You don't have to compete for those items.
Yeah.
um, and another thing, like I'm pretty good at interrupting people when I need to make a point, but I didn't. So I want to circle back to the fact where you were talking about the journals, and at one point, hubby says, or maybe you said, like, when I'm dead, what's going to happen with all the, or maybe I think he said, what's going to happen to all this crap? Um, in our house, the answer might have been, and it would be me saying it. Well, maybe you'll have to, your next wife will have to be someone who loves junk journals too. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm just throwing that out there if you need a smart ass reply. So you, most of the videos that I've seen are what I would call art journals, glue books, um, like sort of collages all bound together in a book, so to speak.
Mhm, mhm.
Do you have people in your life who understand what you're doing and why? Or do you care that they don't?
It does. I mean, I didn't go out there telling people, "Oh, this is what I'm doing now," whatever. But if somebody, when I was working, because before I started looking into junk journaling before, and my coworker Val, you know, we always just told each other everything. And so I came in one day. I said, "You're not going to believe what I just got into." She's like, "Oh my gosh, tell me." So, so I showed her what I was doing with my junk journaling, and she just loved it. And she was actually, we're not in touch anymore, but she was an actual artist. Like I mean, I know we're all artists. I'm not saying that, but
Yeah.
she would draw. She would take a pencil and a piece of paper, just like Janet Hicks that I grew up with in Stittsville, and just draw a horse out of thin air. And Val would draw wolves on a cliff just from her mind, like just amazing. So then I showed her all my like little junky stuff, and she thought it was cool though. She liked it because it came together, and it looked, the colors and just the feel, the textures and all that. She liked it. She appreciated it. But my daughter loves it too. Well, loves it. I mean, I don't think she watches or anything, but she likes what I do, and she likes it when, when I make cards for the kids, and they're junky journal-y kind of fun cards, and geared to their
Yeah.
ages and that. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, and I think from watching videos, it seems that you travel a fair bit. Like, I don't know where your kids live in relation to where you are, but well, you have that one kid in the States, or no, you just visited in the States.
We
Anyway,
visited, yeah.
whenever and wherever you visit these kids, it seems that you always have your little satchel of goodies, and
Mhm.
you're constantly doing stuff. Like, they don't have much choice but be supportive, because you bring it right into their homes.
Well, I do, but I'm very, aware of our timing. And if we're going to visit, well, we're in the middle of both our kids. Our kids are 2 hours east and 2 hours west.
Oh, I see.
So
Okay.
Ottawa, Oshawa-ish, and we're in the middle here in Hastings County. So,
Okay.
but anyway, I bring my bag of stuff if we're spending the night, and I'm going to be there for like babysitting. If we're going to be looking after the kids, if mom and dad are gone away somewhere, like at our daughter's place, I'm in the closet. I do my closet craft.
Well, that's what Celeste is just saying. I love her crafting in her daughter's closet.
Well, because the lighting is, I mean, she's got a closet. It's a room. It's beautiful, and so that's where I set my stuff up. And she's like, yeah, and Tara just comes over, and she just like gets everything off the counter like this, like, "Hey, mom, it's yours." So I set up my camera, and it just stays there, and then little hands and everything aren't in there, and that.
Yeah.
And
She's probably afraid you're going to glue something of hers down into one of your spreads. Clear the deck before mom grabs this.
I never leave a paper crumb though. And Tara's like, "Oh, mom, don't worry about it." I said, "No, I got to clean up my mess, like a little crumbs of little corners and stuff like that. I can't stand leaving a mess. I don't want anybody to know I was there. So I always roll everything up. And
I'm going to just, the whole color thing. Um, so Teresa's saying that pink is close to purple.
yes, it is.
Then Carol says, "Pink girls unite in loving purple girls." But see, that's our Carol. Pink girls unite in loving purple girls. Laura says that she's a pink girl. Celeste says she's purple.
Oh, yeah.
Khadija says pink. Janet says Pink Nation. I didn't realize this was such a polarizing question.
I have a lot
And
of pink Harley stuff. So
yeah, well, that's okay. So, this isn't exactly, uh, you know, investigative journalism that we're doing here or anything. And I never, intend to embarrass or, hurt anyone or anything. But I want to play for a moment devil's advocate. If people are looking at your gluey things, like say that en masse journal that is, this wide and it took
yeah.
you 3 years to do it, do people ever wonder why? Why are you doing it? What is the purpose? And
Yes,
have you had to explain that?
yes. I've had questions or comments, messages. I like to call them messages. I don't know why. That's my
Oh,
thing.
you mean on your videos?
Yeah, I say, oh, thanks for
Okay.
the message. Like I just started saying that, and it's like, oh, now that's all I say. So, but I've had people say, and I've had, like, what is the purpose? And I know I'm gonna say a million. I know there's a lot of videos that will say, what is the purpose of a junk journal? So there's a video out there to explain about what the purpose of it is. And I mean, it's personal. What's the purpose? Well, for me, it's pure, it's joy. I love doing it. I'm an adult doing it. Even if I wasn't, like, I don't I don't know. I just love gluing stuff down. I love seeing what combinations and how it feel. I love the crinkle. I love the feel. It's very calming and soothing. It is relaxing. It is very
Yeah.
relaxing. It is.
I think those are very legitimate answers, and I think
Mhm.
to some degree, any of us who do glue books or are journaling agree and get that same benefit out of it.
Like sewing or
Um,
crocheting. It's a different kind of art form.
yeah. And frankly, we shouldn't have to explain ourselves to anybody.
But I like explaining. I mean, for
Yeah.
me, that's also a very good way to explore, why am I doing this? Like, what is the meaning behind this? And if it's nothing else than putting a giggle to my my mouth or my voice and putting a smile on my face, and that's it. When I get out of here and I go downstairs to be with Jim and watch a show or whatever, and like I'm like, ah. And then I always check the bottom of my feet, make sure I'm not bringing all the crumbs with me, the paper crumbs.
Um, I just have to answer Hope. Hope, your favorite color is teal. So there,
Oh,
I
I love
know.
teal too. Yeah.
So far, she's in a group all by herself.
Love it.
And I thought I saw did okay. Oh, and Pam Vanny is here as well. So
Hi, Pam.
actually, Pam is going to be. We have we all get next Thursday off, but the week after, Pam will be in the.
In
It's
the
not a hot seat, right?
She'll be in the
It's
house.
Pam will be in the house, yeah. So okay, now you did talk about sewing and the fact that you had to have been a pretty good seamstress if you were able to sew clothing that people actually wore. What
Yeah, yeah.
what else did you do in the way of crafting, and when did you begin? Have you always been a crafty, hands-on kind of person?
All my life, all I can remember. I remember, oh yeah, since I could hold a crayon. And sewing, my mom, I remember ironing and sewing with my mom and doing laundry. I loved it. And I remember being in the bathroom when I was probably 5 years old, opening the cupboards and taking everything out and cleaning everything and organizing. And I've always been like that. And that's not crafty, but still, even helping my mom put Mac tack down. Of course, when you're 5, you don't really know how to do it, but wanting to be in there with her and just do stuff like that. And
Yeah.
my mom taught me how to sew when I could sit at the bench I'm sitting on right now is actually the bench I learned how to sew on. And my mom's sewing machine, which was a Singer. I wish I still had it, and it had the bar, the lever where your knee. So you had to,
Oh, yes.
like, that's how I learned how to sew. And that's how I learned how to
That
dye.
hey, wouldn't that almost be like Suzette Summers? Remember that
Oh
ad?
yeah,
That
the Thigh Master.
Thigh Master, yes.
I never had one. I don't know why I know about it. Just commercials.
Because of all those clever ads.
But yeah,
Well,
that's how I know.
Brenda is here.
Hi, Brenda.
Imagine.
Sorry, my voice is cracking. I'm excited. Hi, Brenda.
Brenda's here because her ears were probably burning. Now you have to watch the replay because we were talking about you. You're the one who's responsible for me knowing about this woman. Okay, so
It's crafty all my life.
so what can you said, do you know how to knit and crochet? Those kinds of things too?
Yes.
And I saw in maybe it was that shabby spine thing
Mm-hmm.
where you just did a wee bit of embroidery. Oh, do I still remember how to embroider? And then she just quickly embroiders a flower.
I love needle. I love all um I love needlepoint. I did all that stuff. I bought kits. I did it with my friends. We used to get together and have maybe a glass of wine or a cup of tea at my one of my friends' pool, and we just stitched and we did whatever and then go for a dip. I mean, I've done it. I've done it all. I've done woodworking, toll painting. This is as an adult, but like, just
Yeah.
everything like that. And when I was a kid, a little girl, well, I'm going to say, remember the paper dolls, ladies, that we used to get the tall box? Oh my gosh, nothing like a fresh box of paper dolls, and then with the little tiny hinge that put the clothes on. Oh my gosh, I just love those. And Barbies and
I think
everything.
you need to try to come out of your shell a bit and try to find
Sorry,
some joy in your life.
sorry.
You're just so sad and morose. You're kind of actually bringing the group down a bit. Oh
Oh,
my goodness. That is so precious. So it sounds like you did everything as it came along. You probably know how to do macrame, for heaven's sakes.
well, guess what? What was one of my favorite electives in elementary school when we used to do electives, and I signed up for macrame, and I made my mom macrame pot, plant holders and all that
Oh
stuff.
yeah.
Oh yeah, it's been a while since I've done the knots, but I loved it. I still have the T-pins from grade 4. In an old Burke's jewelry blue box that my mom gave me. I still have that box.
You sound kind of sentimental about some of this stuff.
You know what though? It's funny how you say that, because I'm not I don't keep stuff. Like, you wouldn't think that. I if it's not useful to me, it goes. Like, I do not hang on to stuff like that. But I have that box because it holds those T-pins, and it's got other little thumbtacks and a couple little bells in it, and it's just always been in my craft drawer. So it's useful. But the box
Okay.
but it's sentimental because we're talking about it. And it's like, oh my gosh, yeah, those T-pins. And that Burke's box, like, Burke's isn't even around anymore, jewelry store. I don't think that even
Yeah.
exists anymore.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay, so I'm trying to wrap my head around this. Now you've mentioned paper crumbs
Oh
a
yeah.
couple of times, and you've mentioned, getting rid of stuff. So can I assume from that that you're a bit of a neat freak?
Um, yeah, I mean, I can let myself go for a little while, and then that's it. Once once it's up, and I'm in there like a squirrel, just I'm cleaning. And I mean, I'm a tidy person. I don't like messes. I don't think well in messes.
Oh, so
Although,
you don't wait till it's ankle deep before you get at it?
well, no, I mean, my craft room is my little oasis, and I will let it go for a little bit of time. Like right now, you can't see this little pile in front of me, but I thought, no, nobody's going to see it. I'm not going to move it. It's just
Yeah,
papers I'm working with. So I mean, it's not perfect. Nothing's perfect, but
yeah.
but yeah, I don't think well in with chaos. I mean, you
Okay.
look over here. This is chaos up here, but no,
Well, no, but it still looks orderly. Like
it's
there are a
out of the
bunch of
way.
journals, there,
Yeah, yeah,
whatever those 3 bottles are they're all uniform in size and so on.
yeah.
Um, oh, Brenda's saying at least it's never been knee deep, just
No,
ankle deep.
then we're in
Yeah,
big trouble, right, Brenda?
yeah.
It's like, Jim, I'm in here under the papers. Come and grab me.
So, earlier you used the word routine. So what is your routine? Do you show up in your craft space every day like a good little soldier?
Yes, yes. I'm just looking. Sorry, I'm looking at my closet. It's open right now, but I have. There are items that I have thrifted that I still even haven't got to yet, because I'm really content with all the junk that I have just around me right here. Like, I think Brenda has an arm's length, she does an arm's length
Arm's
crafting,
length
whatever.
art. Yeah.
Yeah, which I totally get that, because that's exactly what I do. I mean, every once in a while I do have to get up and go to the closet or get some, some kind of
Yeah.
paper. But I have a lot here and I can mix and match. And that for me is the challenge. And that's what really
Yeah.
pumps me up.
And isn't the best feeling ever when you can actually use something up,
Yeah. Oh,
or
I love
something
using up.
is totally gone and you think, I don't have to file this. I don't have to remember where this belongs.
Mm-hmm.
I have used it all up.
I'm a user upper all my life. Like, even in the fridge, if I get the special jar spatula, I've got to get the last little bit off the jar. It's clean. Like, the cat even can't. I don't have a cat right now, but you couldn't. Yeah, I'm like that. Like, all my bottles of, it's the paint, the last little bit of paint. It's always been like that for me. I can't throw it away till it's gone.
Yeah. And it feels so good. And I imagine that carries through even to the bathroom with
Yes.
hair products
Yeah. Yes.
and
Yes.
toothpaste and the whole bit. Yeah.
The thing is, we we work so hard all our life for all of our necessities and the fun
Yeah.
things that we want. I think for me, that's just I'm just really being conscious of what I
Yeah.
have, what I own, and that's how that's
Yeah.
how I look at it. That's how I'm thankful, so.
Well, and I think that not to get, heavy here, but I think wasting is a sin, to be honest. It feels like it's just not right.
I agree.
So,
If
and
I
and
can't
I
give it away to somebody, then like I have a couple of, if my family doesn't want it or need it, then I look for friends or somebody, like an area like a hospice or something like that, or and I'll give it to the thrift store. And then we actually, because now we live in the country, so we go to the dump. We don't have garbage pickup anymore, so we go to the dump.
yeah,
And our waste site has like a little garage where people can come in and dump their stuff, and you can go and rifle through. So I have received, actually, for free, some National Geographics and different things. I don't go in there all the time, but every
yeah,
once in a while I'll take a look. But I'll put stuff there too, stuff that
yeah,
people actually go and shop in there, because there've been like
yeah,
dish sets and all kinds of stuff. It's a free cycle thing.
yeah.
Free
And that
recycle.
and that makes a lot of sense to me. I know that,
Mm-hmm.
like, at our regional landfill, they
Mm-hmm.
weigh your truck going
Mm-hmm.
in and going out. So you better not be bringing out more than you took in. Oh dear. So again, one of the things that I like about what you do is the fact that well, that you love color, and that you just slap some paint down. You then doodle around it, and before you know it, a blob of paint on a magazine page has turned into a bouquet of flowers or whatever. So is and I think it's so charming and it's so easy, and I've done that too, but I guess it just doesn't move me as much as it moves you. So anyway, you've got a fan here.
Thanks. Well, it's I mean, again, I'm not the only one that says it, but what's the worst that can happen? You have to start over. You have to rip the page out, start over if you don't like it. I mean, there are times when I look at something and I go, I laugh at myself. I think in my last video, I laughed at myself because I was putting the fabric on the binding, and I was like, and I left it in there because I thought, no, we gotta leave our true selves in there. And I said, oh my gosh, I'm completely doing this backwards, but it doesn't matter, because as long as I can move the pages and it looks good to me, that's all that matters. If I'm happy
Yeah.
with the end result. It's not
And
going to
I
be for
don't,
everybody.
and another thing that I noticed, and maybe that's because I watched this, a number of videos back to back, quite often you say, I don't know what I'm doing here. But that doesn't stop you from just plowing ahead.
It's the thrill of like seeing what the end result's going to be. Like that
Yeah,
for me is I like uncovering it. It's like, oh,
yeah,
where is this going to end up? It's like
yeah,
exactly what we did when we went motorcycling. We had a lot of people that would not come motorcycling with us because we didn't have an itinerary. Like a lot of people can't travel without an itinerary. I am complete opposite. Give me a map, give me whatever I need to get there, and I'm gone. Like I'm self whatever. I can do it all by myself. Like I like the adventure of where we're going to end up.
yeah,
That's it. It's adventuring.
yeah. Well, and I think that's how insights, epiphanies, discoveries happen, is
Yeah.
being open to going wherever it takes you, as opposed to, I want this to be a beautiful, uh, creamy pink something something. It's
Yeah.
going to have a label, it's going to have a focal point, it's going to have a bit of lace. And what else did I miss from my checklist?
I
Whereas
don't have a checklist, so if
exactly, you're
if
just
people,
grabbing whatever is within
yeah.
arm's reach.
I mean, I can follow a checklist, and I have
Yeah,
because I'm a hairstylist, so I had to follow formulas, and I'm very good at that,
yeah,
and recipes for baking and that kind of thing. But
yeah,
at the same time, this is where I'm free. I don't want. That's just me though, and I love everybody's personality is so unique and so wonderful, and that's how we grow and learn from each other. And but for me, if somebody has a personality like me, and then it's like, let's just do it together and see where it ends up, and
yeah,
if you're not happy, put it away, come back another day for it,
yeah.
or just chuck it. It was going to go in the landfill anyway.
Okay, so you've said that you're not really, an adherent so much to social media, and you
Mm.
sound about as pathetic at Instagram and Facebook as I am. So thank you for that. Um, so basically, your primary focus with your channel is YouTube.
Yes.
Do you have an Etsy shop or a coffee shop? Do you sell your stuff, or are you doing this strictly for your own enjoyment and to give as gifts? Or what is it? Have you monetized this at all, or is that not important to you?
I have monetized because I figured if they're offering it, I'm going to take it. Why not? I'm not going to
Yeah,
turn down a tip, right? Like
yeah,
that's and I do not have an Etsy shop. I think there was a fleeting moment in my brain where I like, oh, maybe I should try getting into some digitals. This was before I started my channel, when I was just thinking, maybe I could do something like that. But no, that's not me. That's not my personality. I want to buy other people's or look at other things. And I don't have a coffee or Ko-fi. I don't have one of those because I don't like, what would I offer? Doodles? Like, I mean,
yeah,
I like to do my own.
yeah,
I like to grab some things from other people sometimes, but I think for me it's a challenge just to do my own. And I love making journals. I've made journals for gifts for friends. One of my best friends, when I started doing this, and she just went crazy over my journals, and she's like, Caroline, you have, and then she had specific, I love this and I love this. So I added this into the journal, and then she wanted to pay me to make Christmas gifts for her daughter. She's got two daughters, and they're totally into the journaling, but I made a couple different journals as gifts. I didn't want money for it, but I have been commissioned by a couple of people. Just approach me, and I thought, well, okay, but it's not something that only a couple. Like I do not,
yeah.
I don't
That's
ever.
not your primary driver.
No, no,
Yeah,
not doing it to get rich.
yeah. Well,
I
and
don't need
that's,
to make a living at it either. So
yeah,
I really admire the people, because there's men involved too, that do this and have a huge business. I mean, it's amazing, and that's your business. But I'm retired, and this is my fun and happy place.
yeah.
And So I
And I
can't.
think anyone who's ever uh, accepted a commission also knows that too often, or sometimes at least, they come with strings attached and very detailed directions, and I think that takes the joy out of it, frankly, for the creator, because it's
It,
too prescriptive.
yeah, and if it happened all the time, that's where the wind in my sail would be gone. Like I would be, I would be flat. That's not where I want to go. But there's a few people that really, I have a couple of questions that I ask that I want to know, and then with that criteria, I can make a journal the way I would make it for me.
Yeah.
And so there's my freedom, and there's my personality within the journal, and those times everybody's
And
gonna have.
frankly, if they didn't appreciate and love your aesthetic, they wouldn't be
Yes, yeah.
asking
That's why they're
you.
asking.
Yeah, because they like what you do your way. I am so sorry. I forgot to acknowledge Trudy.
Trudy.
So thanks for being here. Anyway, it sounds like you're embracing your inner child. And Janet earlier had written, because when I was talking about some of those videos, she said, I've got to go binge watch more videos. I love that about this series. Well, thank you for
Yeah,
that.
it is.
And I,
It's great.
and I think that like I'm really happy with the response this series is getting, because I think it's as I say, cross-pollinating our different viewers, friends, supporters, and introducing us to new people
I
and so on. So
fabulous.
that's great. One of the other videos that I very much enjoyed was your eco dyeing.
Oh,
And again, this kid, like me, lives in Canada, although your winters would be more mild than ours. Anyway, so she starts this video and says that she's been pawing around in the snow and she found some stuff that still looks kind of green and blah, 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 and did this eco dyeing. So I'm thinking, like, what am I, chopped liver? I can do this too.
you
I
did
can
great.
certainly, I can
Yours
certainly.
turned out so amazing.
But I frankly, where do you get, and do you have a source for cheap watercolor paper? Because I don't like the idea of going through all that work and having my paper tear.
Well, when because after I watched your video and you were asking me questions, I'm like, geez, it's been a while since I went back and watched my video, and I'm like, oh, I did fold them and I sandwiched some of them. But then I had a couple of big papers. I have some paper pads that I bought at the thrift store for 25 cents, which are I know, luck, which are one of them is a watercolor and one of them is just, it's called a sketchbook, and it doesn't even tell you the weight of the paper or anything. So I used those, and I just wanted to try different weights of paper, glossy books, some of my books here,
Yeah,
and then just whatever junk I had. And
yeah.
I thought, well, again, what's going to happen? I'm going to boil a few bags of tea, and I had this chaga tea that somebody had given to me, and I'm like, I'm never going to drink that, so I threw that in the pan, and whatever. And it was a wintry day, like you say, but there was some snow cover, but there was still some plant life underneath. So I put my Crocs on and I went outside, not a coat, nothing. I just went slushing around, grabbed a few things, nothing colorful. I think the ferns still had some green in them, and I didn't have any cut flowers or anything in the house. I might have had a couple of my Christmas cactus had some blooms. Maybe I threw a couple of those in. I don't know. I thought, well, I'm just going to go for it. And I thought, I'm going to do a video of me fumbling around, and I had to set up the thing in the kitchen. Like I don't have a big camera pod or
Tripod.
tripod. I
Yeah,
don't even know the word. And it was fun and it worked out. And I've used those pages. I still have
yeah,
some left.
yeah. I just want to say hi to Trish. She's
Hi, Trish.
crafting whimsy, and she's just come home from the lake. So thanks for spending some time with us. Um, so I got a couple of beautiful bouquets for, I
Oh,
guess that would be Mother's Day.
nice.
use some of the stuff that was, starting to turn. And then I just couldn't take the time right at that moment um to use the flowers as they were sort of, getting past the point of no return. So as it turned out, I ended up having to throw those out. However, when my peonies were blooming, I had some in the house. And you know how when those petals start dropping, it's like it's been snowing and there are drifts.
Yeah.
So I broke all the heads up and I threw all of them in a paper bag, thinking that they would just air dry. And every so often when I think of it and walk by, shake up the bag and stir it up. Have you ever done the dyeing with those kinds of dried materials? Or is it always a little fresher and where it's got some juice in it?
No, some of the plant matter that I put in, like that I stacked in my stack, they were dried leaves. Like
Oh, okay.
I had a couple of oak leaves that were under the snow. They were dry. And then we also have a covered porch. So everything stays dry on there. And unless there's a big snowstorm that's sideways, I mean, everything's
Yeah.
dry. So there's always some riffraff up there. And I just grabbed it and I thought, I'm just going to put it in there. Yeah. So what I've done dried plant matter before.
Yeah.
Yeah. And even a couple of my indoor plants, if they have a, broken twig and it's dry, and I'm going to keep that for
Yeah. I
for
think I'm going to be doing some euthanasia on some of my plants because,
very
like,
long. Yeah.
yeah, they get to a point where, okay, either live or you're going to die, one or the other. We can't have this limbo here. Well, that's reassuring because I do want to try that. And of course, I'll share whatever
Oh yeah.
happens.
I love seeing all the results and how everybody
Yeah.
does it. Like we can all follow the same formula, the same diagrams and all that, but we all have a different touch. We all have different equipment, and we use different string and different this and that. So it
Yeah.
comes out a little different. It's unique.
Yeah.
It's like
Well, and I
our
think
fingerprint.
another thing that I learned from my experiment and your answer to my questions in the comments is that I need to find I think we might have a fire brick. Do you know what fire bricks are? They're only about a 3/4 or an inch or so thick. They're a little bit bigger than a normal masonry brick.
Oh yes. Yes.
And I'm thinking if I can find one or two of those,
Yeah.
because I think you said part of the trick is having the whole
Submerged.
thing submerged
Mm-hmm.
and having probably the weight
Mm-hmm.
squeezing it
Contact.
to the
Yes.
point that it's making good contact.
Exactly. Because you can tell, like you had, oh my gosh, your rusty farm. I want to just go diving in there. And I went into my garage to see what we had, but we don't have anything old. Nothing old like that. Jim found a
Yeah.
chain. He was cutting trees down, and one day he coming down the hill, and he's got this chain, and he's like, somebody had let a chain from a chainsaw, but it's just really gross and creepy looking. I'm not even going to do anything with that. But
Yeah.
you had some really great stuff that
Yeah.
gave really good
Well,
margin.
don't tell me I'm going to have to start salvaging scrap metal and sending it through Canada Post.
That's too heavy. Too
Oh dear.
expensive.
I do have, and it's kind of gross to talk about. I should have brought it here to show you guys. I have a jar from pasta sauce just on the edge of my sink. And I honestly, it's been there for so long. Every so often the water evaporates because I got the cover off. And I just throw more water in. I throw nails and staples and
rust
all
water.
kinds of stuff in there. Rebar wire. Do you know what rebar wire is?
Yes, I do. I do.
Yeah. Okay. Good farm kid. Well,
I should
you're not
prob-
really
well,
a farmer, are you?
Not a farmer, but I grew up with a lot of farm friends. I grew up
Yeah.
in farm country.
I see that people are asking if you are, let's see, who's asking this? Oh, Darcy is here.
Hi, Darcy. I can't see the comments, so otherwise.
Do you know Darcy's Misadventures?
Yes. Well, I don't know her, but yes,
Yeah.
I know her.
Well, we'll all get to know her a little better because she's one of the guests in uh, August.
Oh, fun, fun.
Anyway, somebody here was asking if you are a Virgo.
Virgo. No, I had to think about that for
Oh,
Taurus.
wrong. Taurus.
End of April.
Okay. Anyway, so they're having their own little conversation going
Oh.
here. Trudy was asking if you're a Virgo, and Trish says, why would you think that? And
What month is that?
anyway, apparently somebody here said Virgos tend to be very tidy and meticulous, according to the people that she's met.
Mm,
And you said that you're what?
Taurus.
What's your Taurus? Oh, the bull. I'm married to one. Ooh.
What is Virgo? What month is that? Just curious. I don't even know the signs. Well,
I
our
don't
daughter.
know. Somebody tell us when Virgo is.
I can't look anything up.
Yeah. Well, no, and we need to stay focused on what we're
That's
doing
true.
here. Okay, so that's awesome. So next, I'm going to look for fire brick to get that weight
Or a
so
hand weight.
that I can. But do you just use the sort of those what I would call almost like a broiler pan? Is that just the shallow 1.5 inch?
I use it's a roasting pan that my mom had in her garage. My mom had like enough to furnish a few homes, but so I took that from her. I said, "Oh, Bob, I'm going to take that for my crafts." He goes, "Okay, take whatever you want." So I took that, and that's my dedicated.
Okay.
Yeah, I use that, and so it's a roasting pan, like a turkey pan, because it's big and deep.
Yeah. So I need to switch to something deeper so that I can get a proper weight on top to keep that stuff down there. And do you remember off the top of your head how long you boiled that concoction?
An hour.
For an hour, eh?
I put 60-minute timer on my microwave, and I thought, I'm just gonna let it go for an hour. So that's what I did, and
yeah. So do you rust your own stuff at all?
I tried. Yes, I have rusty water in my closet.
Yeah.
my chemical my chemical stuff in there. Yeah, I have a rusty water jar, and every once in a while I'll shake it. I mean, it is so gross. It's just.
Is there a crust growing around yours?
Oh yeah, I call it my rust scoby. It's got a big
one
mother
thing
on it.
I have to say that Susie is not. Oh, Susie said she wouldn't be here because she's visiting family. Yeah, so obviously miss Susie, so hopefully she catches the replay. But another person that is missing is Jonna. It was Jonna, the preppy crafty girl, who said that, like, I rusted fabric a couple years ago, and I honestly don't remember if I neutralized it at all, because apparently if you don't, it will just keep on keeping on and will eat itself up. So Jonna said to just do a rinse in like a baking soda mixture or something.
Just to baking soda or even vinegar. I just use cold water, but I haven't. It's not like I haven't made a whole journal with rusty pages and all that. I've brushed on rust water on different things, and I mean, not that I go on to my journals that often, but I don't think anything's happened to them,
Yeah.
The moths are in there, but I don't have any moths in the house, so
it's just like copper is my favorite metal. So I wanted that color paper. Or not paper, I mean fabric.
Yeah.
So I did some linen and muslin and stuff like that.
Great.
But I have it separated in a plastic bag. But that reminds me that I should be, even if I treated it before, I should just as a safeguard do it again.
Just give it a bath. Give it a bath in some something to alkalize it.
Yeah.
Yeah. definitely. Sorry,
Okay.
itchy eye.
Yeah. Maybe Rusty means steampunk. Well, that is one of the things I'm collecting for sure.
I don't know steampunk. I had to look it up. I'm not attracted to steampunk. I don't like it in movies. Like when people have those funky, it's not my thing.
Yeah.
I don't know what
Well,
about
I
it.
don't like those weird people either, but
I don't
what I
know.
do like, and maybe that's a byproduct of being, having grown up on a farm and
Maybe.
us living on a farm now is, rust and gears and
But I like
you know,
gears and I like rust. I like clocks, but I don't like
clocks. Yes.
I
Well,
don't like
so
clocks.
modify, do a Caroline's version of steampunk.
But I
You
don't even
should,
know what it is. I have to look it up again. Like I all I
well,
see is goggles.
I think it's the whole mechanization thing.
Oh, like industrial revolution kind of thing?
Well, and I mean, I don't have a dictionary
No,
definition
I
right here,
yeah.
but if you remember when there was a craze where steampunk jewelry was the thing, like old chains and gears and clock faces and nibs, and I
Oh.
think it'll be right. I think you're a natural.
Oh, I might have to I might have to do some research on that and see where I can go with that. We'll
Yeah.
see. Steampunk and pink.
Yeah. So, tell me, since we've already established that you are a journaler and a note taker and a list maker and a goal setter,
Mhm.
do but we've also learned that you're kind of laid back and and you're um
I'm not by the book.
uh, not by the book. So what plans, if any, do you have for your channel, or what projects are ongoing? What do you have, any cliffhangers you want to leave the group with, and
I wish I did. I'm like I hear so many
plans?
I hear so many other people saying, "Oh, I can't sleep at night because I have this on my mind." I'm the same. Like I do have a lot going in through here, so it can, and it's just a lot of everything. But if I get into a crafty magazine before bed, my brain won't shut off, and so I have to be careful. But I don't have any cliffhangers. I'm not
So
like
okay, just let me interrupt. So with the warnings, because too many people have insomnia. So now the
oh
warnings are no blue screens before bedtime,
yeah,
no
that's
scary movies,
yeah.
no craft magazines.
I don't have insomnia. I did when I was a teenager, which is really weird. I don't know why. I mean, I used to go jogging at night, so but that's another story. Um, but now it only takes me about 50 minutes to shut my brain off. So it's not like I sit there all night I don't do that.
Yeah,
But
yeah. I think we all go through those
yeah,
stages where
just
um
natural. We're
it's
excited.
hard to keep a good idea down.
Yeah.
Okay, so people are saying that it's industrial, it's
Oh,
past, it's modern, it's futuristic, and they all
okay. Like
collide.
Mad Max, like
I
Thunderdome, Mad
don't
Max,
really,
those movies.
that movie, I
Those
don't
the
think I
series
ever
like with
watched it.
oh I
Yeah.
did because that was in the 80s. Like I mean that's what we watched, but
If you
that
have
kind
time, you should look through. I did a video, like I was gifted, no, that one I bought. I bought a steampunk journal from Kim's friend Thelma.
okay.
It's got about a 4-inch spine, and
Wow.
you would not believe what's in that journal.
I'll take
And
a
is
look.
so it's chains and it's gears and it's sprockets and things like that. So, the plus, that color that
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
turns me on.
Yeah. I like the color
Um,
too. Yeah.
yeah. So I suspect that and Brenda is saying that she would do, wait, and I lost track of that now, that she would do a steampunk with you. So I don't know if she's suggesting a collaboration or something. Um,
Have to
Somebody's
look at
big
that.
goal is okay. Trisha's big goal is to sleep all through the night.
Oh yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay,
I
but what
yeah.
about those teeny weeny little bladders that we all have as we get older? That could be a reason too.
That could,
Um, okay. Celeste is saying I have to take magnesium glycinate before bed to shut her brain down.
oh, okay.
I thought magnesium was supposed to help too with nighttime cramps. You know
Cramping.
how,
Yes, yes.
yeah,
I heard about that too. And I have my grandfather had it. Who knew? But yeah, my dad's dad had chronic calf cramping, like in his calves. He
yes.
used to wake up screaming in the middle of the night. And I mean, I don't wake up screaming, but I've had times when I have to get up and walk. I have to walk it off because I'm just my calf is completely twisted.
I
I
bite
guess I
on
gotta eat
my
more bananas.
quilt so I don't scream. I had my first appointment with an osteopath yesterday, and oh my God, she found some places
Oh,
that
what?
her
Sorry, I missed that.
osteopath.
Oh, okay.
So they work on the fascia
Oh,
systems that cover our bodies. Anyway, I said to her at one point, I said, you need to have adult-sized teething rings here for patients to bite down on rather than screaming.
oh.
Then she said that someone, I guess her husband is an acupuncturist. So she was in his room. This person was getting acupuncture. She heard screaming from elsewhere in the building. And she says, what's going on there? I want some of that too.
Ow!
So she
I haven't had
so
any of
she
that.
got a new patient because of the screaming.
Oh,
Anyway, yes, if you want to see an over-the-top steampunk journal, I do have that as a flip through on my channel.
excellent.
So, you are not, so you don't have any upcoming projects necessarily.
No,
And I think, because somehow this conversation is like real life. It goes wherever it wants to go. I don't think you really answered the question about what your routine is.
oh, no, I haven't yet. Sorry.
Okay, so go ahead. Tell us that.
Like my daily routine,
Well,
or
like what time you
like I get up.
roll into work.
Oh,
Or
oh
you don't
yeah.
call it work. What
Well,
time you roll into play?
so the thing here, oh, so my day starts at 5:30, between 5:30 and
Hey.
6. We still cannot get off the clock. Like we're up at that time of the day. I've never slept in, so I'm never sleeping in. I'm out of bed right away. I don't lounge. I'm not a lounger, bed lounger. So I get up, I make the coffee. I only have 2 cups of coffee and they're in the morning. I don't drink coffee during the day. It's just better for me for sleeping and stuff like that. Plus I don't even think about it. Like coffee's not a daytime thing for me.
And I don't think you need the stimulation, frankly.
And then we sip our coffee and read the paper, if you know what I mean,
Yeah.
and watch the news. And then I mean, every day is the same, but it's different. It just depends. Like sometimes we have a couple of days where we're not doing anything. There's always stuff to do in the yard, although it's been so hot and humid. As soon as you walk outside, you're sweating. So I said, I'm not going out there and busting my back
Yeah.
to
And
cut the grass.
wrecking your hair.
Well, oh, what you should. Oh, that's a sight for sore eyes when I'm in the garden. Oh my gosh, because the bugs here are this big. Like we got giant bugs on the hillside. And then I make breakfast. We eat it between 8:30 and 9, if you have to know. And then we usually wait till our stomach's growling for lunch. It's usually around 1 o'clock or whatever. I mean, sometimes we go to town for groceries on Tuesdays. I like to go there, and we're 20 minutes from town, so we go there for groceries and whatever we have to do. And if we're going east to visit our daughter, then we do that. And I don't know, they have a pool, so we love to go there. The kids are great swimmers. All the kids now, they're great swimmers, so we have a lot of fun there. Anyway, our day, and then we have dinner. What time do we eat dinner? I'm usually pretty consistent with dinner between 5:30 and 6. I like to clean up. I clean up right away and get out of the kitchen. and then we watch a couple of shows.
So I didn't see a lot of crafting mentioned in that schedule. So do you just do your crafting in the evening?
No, I mean, so during, like, between coffee and lunch, I'll literally, like, if I'm watching somebody's video or I'm doing something, oh, I gotta go. And like I bolt out of the chair and Jim's like, okay, have fun. Or he'll go outside.
See you in 12 hours.
Yeah, he'll go outside. I try to keep it, I don't try to waste the day away up here when Jim's home. I don't know. It's not that I feel guilty, but we like spending time together. And we usually do our yard work outside together. It just makes more sense. So in
Yeah.
the summertime, he'll cut some trees down. Well, he cuts trees down all year round, but we have our wood pile stacked up. We're soon going to be starting to move our wood that's seasoning, and we're going to be moving that into the woodshed for our wood in the wintertime, because we have an outdoor wood boiler. So that's how.
Oh, okay.
And we do have a furnace. We have a gas furnace, but we choose to use the boiler because it saves us a lot of money. And that's our fitness program in the wintertime. Well, kind of all summer, all year round. So we like to do that till we can't do it anymore. That's the thing.
Yeah. Now, why the name Caroline on the Hillside?
I'm like, when I came up for a name, when I was thinking about a name, I was asked, what should I use? What should I use? And I thought, well, I'm living on a hillside, literally on the hillside. And I thought of Caroline in the City. Like, I loved that show when it was on.
Oh, yes.
I loved it. I really loved it. Not because of the name. She's really funny. Like, I really liked that show. And I thought, Caroline in the Country. No, that's too, like, that's, and Caroline on the Hillside. And so and then how many channels have like hillside on them? Like, there's a lot of them. I think there's Hillside Garden. There's a few of them. But I actually started before I had my channel. I was just for fun and just to be social and everything. I had an Instagram account, and it's not. I took it off. I think it's off. I think I deleted it, but it was the Hillside Clothesline, because I love to hang my clothes out on my clothesline. Jim built me a beautiful clothesline, and I love it, and I still love it. But I used to film because there's an actual clothesline following. I used to film. I know it's weird. I'm weird. And I loved it. And my mom she thought it was the funniest when she was still alive, but she thought it was the funniest thing. But she loved to do that kind of stuff too. Even though we didn't have a clothesline growing up, but that's what she did.
Anyway, Brenda is signing off, so we better say bye to Brenda.
Bye, Brenda. See you on the other side.
Yeah.
See you in the papers.
Yeah, in the funny papers. Well, that's cool. I never would have guessed that there is. So if there is a following for clotheslines, is there a following for people who iron?
I've never looked into it, but I also love to iron.
Oh, see, when Carol and I were together in the thrift store in Canmore on Tuesday, just 2 days ago, she was kind of poking fun at me a little bit because there were about 8 or so ironing boards for sale. Apparently, those things pile up at the thrift stores because nobody irons anymore.
I love it. I love it.
It's meditative, isn't it?
But I don't have anything to iron anymore because I don't have to go to work, and most of my stuff, I mean, I have linen like things, but I iron it once and it sits in the closet, and
yeah.
And I'm on the hillside. I wear my Carhartts a lot, so I don't have to iron those.
I don't understand. Okay, Darcy is saying that her grandfather thought that Clothes Pink would be a good online user ID. What is Clothes Pink? Is that a US thing?
I've never heard of that.
These Canadians look baffled. Clothespin.
Oh, Clothespin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yes, that makes more sense.
Clothespin. That's, yeah,
Okay.
that would be good. That's a good use of
Oh, see, Darcy's saying stupid autocorrect.
it. Oh, I don't like autocorrect either.
Oh my
Makes
goodness.
me.
Yeah. Yeah, we did a little anti-AI rant in last week's episode.
Oh, I wasn't. Yeah,
Um,
I was away. We were out. We were out. We do go out.
um, I think, we're at the hour and a half mark, so we should probably start winding down. If anyone has a question they'd like me to ask Caroline, be sure to put it in. Oh, and I don't know. Well, I think I probably said this in most of these videos that you will be able to, Caroline, add this to your own channel.
Okay.
Probably tomorrow. You can share it with viewers. And because you haven't had the benefit of being able to see the chat, you will
No.
see that these people took a hard right turn into pickle juice as a remedy for leg cramps.
I love vinegar. I love pickle juice.
Well, somebody said I'll eat the pickles, but I won't drink the juice.
Oh, pickle juice on your popcorn, amazing. I don't like butter,
Oh,
so I like my popcorn dry with like pickle juice or vinegar. Yeah, I'm weird.
so you probably add vinegar to fries too.
If I eat French, no, it's that
Oh,
I did when I was a little girl, but it's ketchup for me for fries.
yeah. See, and my agent in the text there, Teresa, is saying, help Hazel out and don't forget to like.
Yes, that's really good. Oh, and I have to say too, when you said Canmore, one
Yeah.
of our motorcycle adventures was when we went out west and we went through like through the mountains and everything, and we stayed in Canmore with our friends, and we went up to Banff, and we went to Jasper and the Sunwapta Falls, and we stayed there in a little cabin. Oh, we just had, so when you said that, I just brought back all these fantastic memories.
Well, luckily you probably journaled about it and can relive the memories at any time.
Yes, I wasn't journaling then, but I can definitely relive it with the pictures and stuff. Yeah.
And I have to say, it was very nice meeting Carol and her husband.
Oh,
I think those of us that are married to people who support or at least don't interfere with our endeavors really need to be, thanked. So that's
absolutely, absolutely. We got
pretty
to support each other.
clear.
Yeah.
We we ended up taking part in the, of course, Carol, if you're still here and can put it in the chat, it's the $10 thrift challenge 2025 that someone is doing kind of the month, I think most of the month of July. The woman's channel name is about yay long, so I'm not going to try it. So we went to the thrift store and we each spent $10 buying something for the other person. But, like she was on, they're still heading home.
Yeah.
So anyway, we went to this coffee shop. The lighting was really good. There was good art on the wall. The acoustics were not great. But anyway, her husband taped us doing our little swap in this coffee shop. And then, because Carol had sort of gotten a little bit of feedback, shall we say feedback, from people from not having gone live with Sierra when she visited her in Washington State, that's Cooley Craft Corner, Sierra, we then did a live. So here's her gigantic husband. He's really tall. He's holding he's got his elbow braced on the table, and he's kind of like a human tripod trying to hold this phone steady. So
amazing.
We can
That's fun.
Do the live anyway.
That's a supporter.
Yeah. Rust. Oh, okay, Trish, you and I are on the same page with Rust and Copper. Tim is good. Okay. I think that we probably, as much fun as this has been, we probably need to wind things down. Do you have any explanation? Like, you've been around, obviously, longer than I have in terms of the process, the channel, and so on. Um, is there something? Maybe I should be whispering this question. Is there something wrong with Canadians? Is there a little less camaraderie and support between Canadians and and our channels?
Like in what capacity?
Well,
I'm not sure.
I don't know. Collaborations, Happy Mail, like
Oh,
I don't know.
I
I
don't
don't
know
know.
either. I think that the population is there's so many more people in the United States, and the
Yes,
population speaks for
10
itself.
times
So
as
there's
many. Yeah,
exactly, so there's more crafty people and people in our world than there are in Canada. I mean, I don't know anybody personally who does this. I don't know in the States if you talk to somebody like maybe Celeste, like I don't know. I know um where Celeste lives, she lives near Syracuse. And then there's another lady who you all know too, probably, and it's Lori Girl on the Ridge, and she lives in Rome, New York. Like there's already a few people that are 4 hours away from where I live, and I
yeah,
could go visit them. You know what I mean? So,
yeah,
but right here where I am, I don't know anybody. I mean, maybe they junk journal, but maybe they don't have a channel. So I
yeah,
don't. I think it's just population.
yeah. Okay,
But
well,
I
I
think
hope
we're
it's
all
a
as
good.
passionate. I think we're all as passionate. But if you ask me personally too, like as far as collaborations and stuff, I enjoy watching them and I enjoy getting in on something, but I'm not how do I say this? I'm not
Well,
looking for the next collaboration to get in
yeah,
on.
yeah.
That's
But you did say yes to my
oh yeah.
invitation, so that
Yeah.
was good.
But I feel like that one is like bite size. I can do that. But maybe
Yeah,
there's some of them that are just a little too, I don't know,
intense.
too
Yeah,
intense. For me, that's
yeah.
my way of thinking. It's probably not, but it's just
So Darcy is saying that she recruited her friend and aunt into the junk journal mixed media arena.
fun.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
even I don't I would like to like I know there's quite a few people. Of course, weather plays a big part of it too. Like there's a lot of outdoor flea markets and stuff like that. And not that I go a lot, but I've been to a few, but I've never seen any tables set up with our craft. Now that I'm aware of it, like I haven't come across
yeah.
any kind of fairs or anything like that.
I think that they probably exist, but they're certainly not as big or well publicized. And I know that one advantage that people in the States seem to have is the estate sale.
Yeah.
Um,
Yes. Yeah.
genre isn't the right word, but that seems to be far more popular than it
Yeah.
is here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Trish is asking, is it expensive to mail to Canada? I used to visit Canada a few times a year when I was younger, when I was young in Michigan. We were so close to Windsor and
Oh,
Toronto, and a camping place I can't remember.
I used to go to Michigan all
Um,
the time. That's where my aunt lived. We used to, when the dollar was the same, oh my gosh, the stuff that we got in
yeah,
Michigan was because they had
yeah.
sort of like first dibs at just,
Well, and
bikes.
also, the way the geography is, Ontario is at a lower level of latitude than where I am,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yes.
north of Edmonton.
Yeah,
So that's a hop, skip, and a jump for you,
yeah.
whereas,
We're border
it was
town,
a
so we
5 hour drive to get to Canmore. So, okay, so Darcy's saying that her friend sells journals at a sip and stroll in Massachusetts.
sip and stroll. Oh
Uh,
wow.
is a bunch of vendors selling.
Oh, that's
And Trish
cool.
says she loves Canada. So, well, and we love you. Yeah, it's one thing that is fairly well within the last year, a junk journalist group formed in Edmonton. And even though to that point in the city it's about an hour and a half, I did play hooky and miss it yesterday because I just couldn't afford the time, having been gone for a couple of days. But I have to say there are people out there, the camaraderie and
Mhm.
the generosity exists. In all the crafting stuff that you mentioned, you didn't say whether or not you had ever drank the scrapbooking Kool-Aid. Were you into that?
Yes. I mean, I
Okay.
did because my neighbor, my direct, one of my neighbors right beside us, she dipped into everything. So and her name is Pam. And when Pam started something, well, I was over there doing it with her. So yeah, I did scrapbooking for quite a while, quite a few years. And so I still have papers from scrapbooking. I'm looking at a pile right now that I still have cardstock from scrapbooking. And I'm almost done my scrapbook pads. So a lot of the stuff that I used in scrapbooking, I've been using up here, and it's great
Yeah.
because it's all paper
Yeah.
and it works. So yeah.
Okay. I don't recall. Did you take part in Kim Newberg's Happy Mail movement?
No, I mean I've sent Happy Mail, but I haven't done the movement or whatever.
Okay, so well, that has officially ended, but
Mm.
let me just bring you up to date here. Teresa's saying that she participated in the Happy Mail movement. And it was affordable way to share with our Canadian friends.
Mm.
And she thinks Brenda still does it. I think Brenda just mails stuff to
Mm-hmm.
people all the time. Um,
I like to mail stuff too. I mean, I can't say I mass make stuff, but I'll make stuff and all of a sudden I'll have a pile of little, you know, things and I'm like, okay, well, I can only use so many of them in my own journal and that. So I
yeah,
like, if I can give it away, then and if people want it, I mean, nobody has to take anything, but it's fun I like that. It's fun.
yeah. Trish, don't believe that it's very cold in most of Canada.
No.
I mean, it can get cold, but in Ontario, they were under that, what do they call it? Heat dome? Wasn't it felt like 45 plus
Oh
45
yeah. Oh
centigrade?
yeah. Well,
Which is,
there's places in the United States that are more north. Like there's, you know, Maine goes quite north
yeah,
and can
it-
get it's
yeah.
not just because we're Canada and we're like a lot. I used to, yeah, with my cousins living in the States, I used to go, no, we're not, we don't live in igloos here. We do have snow, and you have snow in the United States too. Like, let's
Yeah.
not,
Yeah. When yeah, sometimes it has been warmer on a
Oh,
particular day
yeah.
here than it has been, say, at my son's in Denver. So
Oh,
it's,
absolutely. Yeah.
and
Yes.
most of us do not want the 100+ degrees. I'm surprised Gigi is not in the swimming pool again this week. She was tuning in from the swimming pool last
Oh,
week. She lives
that's
in
nice.
Palm Springs.
Oh,
Susan said that they honeymooned in Toronto and Montreal. And Trish says, I'll find a Canadian to share some happy mail so Hazel feels happy. Oh.
that's fun. And
Anyway,
we honeymooned in the States, so that's funny. Like
yeah.
we did roller coasters. We didn't have any money, so we drove our car and we went to Darien Lake. We did amusement parks and water parks for our honeymoon.
And how many years ago was that?
It'll be 37 in August.
Oh, well, congratulations.
Thank you.
I won't tell you how many hours is. It's quite a bit more than that. Anyway, Caroline, it has been an absolute delight to get to know you. I
You
didn't
too.
realize that you're so bubbly and so honestly, it's so much better to go through life laughing and seeing the upside than it is, crying and woe is me kind of thing.
A lot of
Even though
crying
we all,
people. Yeah, I totally
it
agree.
yeah, it's yeah, I just love
It's
I
funny.
love this series.
I love it too. It's great. I love meeting all the ladies, and maybe you'll have a couple of gentlemen that are crafty guys too. I don't know, but no, it's great.
Well, let me plant the seed with Darcy because when Jean was on, her whole posse
Oh
from
yes,
the
yes.
P&M Artist Studio. So there was that Eddie. Well, I interviewed Eddie in a heartbeat. I just don't
Yeah.
know how to reach him. So somebody needs to send me his info. He could be, you were our first biker babe, and I think maybe he could be our first guy. Um, So yes, it's just been so nice. And
It's been
I
great.
think
So nice to
I
get
I
time.
was very reluctant to, be on camera because there's, some stuff that goes along with that. But honestly, no, very few people have said no because they didn't want to show their faces. But hey,
You don't have to look.
and let's face it, we are all very lucky to be aging.
Hey, you know
You
what?
have to worry about the people who don't get to age.
I mean, I don't, yeah, like I have so many thoughts in my mind just from that little thing that you just said, and I'm not even going to go there. But yeah, no,
Yeah,
you know what? I'm just happy to be walking around,
yeah.
breathing properly, um,
And crafting.
and crafting.
Yeah,
Have my freedom, my free will. That's the
yeah.
most important thing, and
So,
sharing it.
thank you to all of you who tuned in. Thank you to anyone who will be watching this in the replay. I did put Caroline's channel name both in the poster and early on in the chat. So it's Caroline on the Hillside. And if you want to see mixed media and joyful, as
Joyful
Pam, the
hands.
paper outpost, would say, crafting with what? Abandon. I think that's her tagline. Um, Check out her channel. And anyway, Caroline,
Thank
thank you so
you.
much.
Thank you,
Yes.
Hazel. Thanks everyone for hopping on and saying hi. I can't see you, but we'll chat later. Thank you
Okay.
very much. Have a great evening and a
Yes.
great week.
Thanks, guys. Bye bye.
Happy holidays. Bye, everybody.